I was planning on making an aerodynamic compact travel trailer, but then I realized that this would be a bit out of my league considering my carpentry skills. I'm a truck driver, definitely not a carpenter. Then while trying to get ideas on how to build a travel trailer, I came across a site called Girl in the Woods. This young lady, Brooke, showed the world how to build a gypsy wagon, and the rest is history. And she built one of these. She called it a gypsy wagon or a Vargo wagon. And I thought, well, I think I can build that. So this was my COVID project. I built the whole thing in the middle of winter in my basement, painted it and everything, took it upstairs in my garage, put it all together, and here it is. I'd like to show it to you. So this gypsy wagon has a lot of really nice features. It even has air conditioning. I have a temporary cover on it right now, and we can screw this on for traveling. It also has a little shelf for cooking outdoors if we want to cook outdoors. And it has an electrical plug right here, so we can cook with electric. It has infrared sensor light, which is powered by a solar collector on the roof. And it even has a television antenna which rotates to aim right at a TV station. It's got slider windows all around. It's got a window in the front that is protected from rocks when we're going down the highway. This pops open. It's got a spare tire. This is the shore power. And this is a little storage compartment in the front for storing a lot of things that you use when you're camping. It's got a spare tire, and it has a wood stove. Don't know if we'll use it very much, but it's there just in case. So let's take a look inside. It's got lots of hooks for hanging stuff. If it gets windy, you can pull this thing down so the door doesn't slam in our face. It's got lights all over the place. It also has a couple of lights in front over top of the bunk. Those are remote control lights. However, the batteries are dead, so we'll have to replace the batteries. It's got hooks all over the place for hanging things. It's got window screens on it to keep the mosquitoes out. It's got plugs here for the TV. The TV slides out. It has running water. And windows on all four sides. Here is the stove. We can cook with electric because there's plugs all over the place. We can hang things up. For the biffy, we have a little portable biffy here, and fresh water and gray water. And there's the pump. We can store wood underneath the stove. This is a queen size bed, and down below is our daughter's bed. It also has a fridge with a little tiny freezer. Underneath the bunk, upper bunk, there is storage for our daughter. And it also has a light for her down here. And a bunch of shelves for her. It also has a privacy curtain. Now, one of my favorite features so the table slides out from the bed. And there's seating on the left and seating on the right. It slides all the way out here. So it's additional counter space. This is a dish pan for draining dishes. And here is the air conditioner. We do have a panel here for extra fire protection on both sides. This one panel can be put outside when we're cooking outside with gas. It's got a little stove, which we probably won't use very much. And that's our Gypsy Wagon. Now, for all you engineers out there who want to build your own Gypsy Wagon, here is the whole process from start in my basement to my garage in the middle of winter to finishing it on my front driveway. Hopefully we can build this thing in about 15 minutes. And this is the frame that we started with. And these are the flanges we had welded on the side for additional support for the overhang. And then we put 3/8 inch plywood on the bottom over top of the frame and styrofoam on top of that. So this is the double foil backed styrofoam insulation. Okay, this is the 3/8 plywood that I painted on both sides in the basement in the middle of winter. When it was dry, I brought it up and placed it on top of the styrofoam insulation. And then we use carriage bolts to sandwich this insulation and 3/8 plywood onto the frame. And then to add rigidity to the frame, we had 12 by 10 boards put vertically and horizontally on both sides. Around this time, we added linoleum and spacers along the side for additional insulation. Okay, now we installed the front of the Gypsy Wagon, but we didn't extend it all the way to the top because we wouldn't be able to get it out of the garage. Okay, this is the front looking from the other side. Now I had to add some support for the door on the back. Okay, now this is the back panel with the extension. It was put on temporarily so we could remove it to get the unit out of the garage. Okay, back in the basement, I made a cardboard template for the front and back panels. Okay, the back panel is temporarily installed and we will cut the door out later. Looking at the back from the other side. Okay, this is the roof trusses already painted in the basement with purple at the end. That will be the exposed portion. Okay, this is the front top portion pre-painted in the basement. Okay, these are the notches cut into the front and the back to install the 2x4 trusses. Okay, this is the back looking from the inside and preparing to cut out the door. Okay, here's the windows getting ready to be installed. And here's the chimney boot to be installed later. And the AC unit and the little tiny fridge. Okay, this is the sink with the drain already installed. It will be put in as soon as we get the counter done. And the pump. Okay, this is the fiberglass mesh to be installed on the outside later on. And finally, we cut out the door. Okay, now this is the inside of the back door and the front as well. Okay, finally we're installing the 2x3s for the side walls, and we're using a plumb bob to make sure everything is vertical. Okay, more work along the bottom, along the sides, and the bottom where the window will be installed. Okay, these are little panels I put on the bottom for nailers for the interior cladding. Okay, now here's the two side windows, and there will also be a back window and a front window. And a view from the front. Okay, this is looking at the front from the inside. And this is my little aerodynamic storage box on the front. Okay, and the door on the side and the spare tire will be installed on the top later. Okay, and now we have a door installed on the side, and it is a suicide door. Don't worry, it won't fly open. Okay, now we're installing the styrofoam in the side walls. Okay, it's springtime now, and it's time to take this Gypsy Wagon outside. We had to remove the top part of the front and the whole back to get it out. However, the sides were a little bit too high, so we had to lower the air pressure in the tires to actually get it outside. And once the unit was outside, we installed the roof rafters. The hole is cut out for the air conditioner. Okay, until we get the tin roof on, we needed to cover it with a tarp to keep the rain out. Okay, now the metal roof is installed and we're putting in 2 layers of styrofoam on the inside. Okay, now the interior panels have been installed over top of the insulation, and the chimney hole has been cut out. Okay, it's coming along pretty good, and we have the chimney boot now installed. Okay, now the frame for the queen size bed has been put in, and also there is provision for a slide out table on the bed. Okay, now a little bit of trim on the door, and if you look on the right, you'll see the homemade door getting ready to be installed. Okay, things are coming along just fine. Quite a bit of painting has been done, and we've installed the stone guard on the front window. Okay, we have the kitchen counter installed, and with the 25 coats of urethane. Underneath is going to be the pump and the water, gray water, fresh water. The left seat beside the queen size bed, and there's a provision for a slide out table, and the other seat on the other side. And on the bottom is the lower bunk, which you'll see more of later on. And the platform for the stove, the AC has been installed. And there is the liner for the chimney. Okay, this is the firewall to be installed around the stove. And this, boys and girls, is how you make a gypsy wagon.